gave this Pepero to her friend. Oh, let's get slim like this Pepero. There are even special gift sets that we could buy and give it to our friends, lovers, and even coworkers. Hello everyone! In Korea, there is a very special holiday on November 11th called Pepero Day. So today, in order to celebrate that, I brought both Pepero and Poki. Now, don't they look almost the same? Well, they got quite different stories, and today let's figure out what they are and what stories they carry. So to begin, this Japanese Poki came first in 1966 by a company called Glico. It was light and almost very crispy and fun to eat, so it instantly became a hit snack. And then in 1983, a Korean company called Lotte, which had its base in Japan that time, introduced a Pepero. And then later in the 1990s, as people started celebrating a Pepero Day on November 11th, as the four ones look alike those Pepero sticks, this instantly became a national icon. There's quite a funny story about how this Pepero Day began in Korea, and that all starts in Busan. So this one high school student gave this Pepero to her friend, saying, oh, let's get slim like this Pepero. And nobody knows if it's true, but we all thought it was pretty funny and clever, so we started celebrating. So in short, Japan made this snack first, but Korean invented this holiday first, as we started celebrating it early in the 1990s, but the Japanese official Pepero campaign or Poki campaign didn't start until the 1999. Now, around this season in Korea, every convenience store or supermarket you go are filled with this Pepero. There are even special gift sets that we could buy and give it to our friends, lovers, and even coworkers. Now, this is a very big thing in Korea that the reports revealed 50% of the entire Pepero sales are made in that season. And every year, millions of boxes of Pepero are sold that if you line them up, you can circle the earth hundreds of times. Now that was a quick story about how Pepero Day began and what those Poki and Pepero are. Now I brought these original almond, matcha, crunky, and white chocolate cookie and nude from the Lotte company, the Korean one. And from the Japanese one, there weren't a lot I could find, but I found the original, the skinny, strawberry, and blueberry. So let's try them and see how they're different. Now, as always, you should always start with the classic original. And packaging, I think they're pretty the same. Both like very vibrant red with the logo. And here it says rich, so I'm guessing the chocolate flavor is more rich than the actual original, but I don't know if it's just a rich version or they overall made this original more rich in chocolate. So this is the Japanese Glico Pepero, and this is the Korean version. So I guess you can't even tell the difference besides the fact that the Japanese is a little longer and the color is a little more brownish. I think this is more light brown. Honestly, I don't think I can tell the difference. Because I know that they're different, I guess I could like just say that maybe this is more closer to the dark chocolate because I get that bitter taste at the end more than this one. But the snack itself, this one is thicker, so texture-wise, I think this is more like crunchy. And this one, it's similar to the pretzel stick. Alright, and now let's try the skinny one. So basically, this is the original, but more skinny. So see how thin it is? Now what's really funny is because they made it skinny and the pretzel stick is like much smaller, I taste more of the chocolate and it's very rich. But if you're like those kind of people who like actually enjoy eating this, like because of the texture and like breaking it with their teeth, I think this might not be as fun. But the flavor-wise, I think this is better than the original. And when I was young, I saw those little Pokis, I think that are about like this size. And then obviously it's much shorter, but the chocolate covering was much more thick. And they had it with the original and the strawberry. And I think they had actually 2 layers of chocolate, if I'm remembering it right. And that was my favorite type because that was like so rich in chocolate that it made like the chocolate taste all over my mouth. And I don't know if they only have it in like certain countries or they don't have it anymore. I couldn't find them anymore. This is another classic that a lot of people enjoy, the almond. There is the peanut version too, and I again don't know if they still have it or they're not making it anymore, but that one was pretty good too. And this one is like all bumpy and like rough on texture because of that almond. Now I don't know if this Pepero and the original has the same amount of the cacao, but I feel like this is a little more light in terms of the cacao-ness. I was thinking that they would have it on here somewhere because the poke, they do have how much percentage is the cocoa, or the cacao, I mean. Like the 18%. No, this is my favorite, so I'm gonna save it till the last. And this is my least favorite because I feel like the overall, the chocolate and cookie thing doesn't really go well with the pretzel stick. Oh, and it's really short. So let's try this white chocolate. Still my least favorite. It could be also because I just don't like white chocolate overall. I feel like it's way more sweet than the milk. And I feel like the white chocolate and the cookie crumble and the cookie the stick itself doesn't really go well together. And this time let's try the matcha. And I never tried the matcha flavored Pepero. I only tried it with the poke, and I think they make a lot of new flavors using the Japan's local specialty. And for one, the uji matcha from Tokyo that I mentioned about, and then another one was like yaburi melon from Hokkaido. And the third, there are also like sake flavors and the sweet potato flavors, but there are also like this special strawberry from Fukuoka. And I think because of that, it's like not only fun to eat, but like whenever you find something like unique and that matches with the local specialty, it's a good souvenir to bring for yourself and as a present. Oh, this is a special collaboration with a baker cafe called 청수당. But although it's more sweet, if you like matcha latte or those kind of things, I don't think it's a bad choice. But I do think you can kind of get sick of it really easily because of that sweetness. But I do like that strong matcha scent and how they used a special matcha from Jeju. And I think Japan is really good with utilizing their local specialties, not only with the poke, but also from the KitKat. You know how much flavors they have using like the ingredients, just one I mentioned, the sweet potato, the melon, matcha, and even the sake. I think they're good like advertising it that way and making use of it. Now, as you can see, this is a collaboration with Crunky, and it's been going on for a while. I think about at least a decade as far as I can remember. And if you like that chocolate, there's no reason to hate it because it just tastes exactly like the Crunky with a bit of the pretzel stick on top, or in this case, beneath it. And lastly, from the Pepero series, my favorite, the nude, because it's all upside down, or inside out, I mean. So it's got the cookie outside and the chocolate inside. See? I feel like this one has more chocolate inside it than just covering it on the outside. And perhaps it's just simply the reversing in order that made it feel this way, but it feels like almost I'm eating a whole like chocolate mousse, and the cookie, I think, is less disturbing, I want to say. And this is also good when you put it in the freezer and eat it frozen. It's like that fun to breaking it with your teeth is just multiplied. So among the Pepero alone, I would say my first, second, and then the third. I mean, this I would say is like just average, and this is like the best, and this is a little above average, like A, B, C. I would just give this an F, this like a C minus, and this like a D. I mean, I really don't think they really go well together with the stick. I mean, this is not bad, but it's just too sweet for me. Moving on to Poke. This is the blueberry. It kind of has that like artificial-ish blueberry taste, like almost like a blueberry bubblegum, or like I want to say something like those Kool-Aid but with blueberry flavor if they do have it. But it's like a more quick like snack, and Definitely, these would, I would say, even this is say, a little heavy, but this is much more light and refreshing. So I would say it's not a bad choice, but I might be remembering it wrong, but I thought there were more like chunks of something on top of it, but maybe I had the other version with that chunks, or I'm just remembering it wrong. See, even this, it has that little things like outside. And from what I remember, there was something more fruity, like almost those like dry freeze like fruit on top of it. But again, I haven't had them for so long. I could be just mixing it with other kinds of snack. Chocolate itself kind of tastes like the strawberry milk, but these chunks of strawberry are very like fruity and almost sour, I would say. So it's like very delightful. I would say overall, altogether, this is my favorite. It's like very good, very refreshing, very fruity. And then this from Pepero. And to rank the third, I would say the skinny one because it felt more chocolatey because I guess from the skinny cookie. So although they look alike and they're pretty much the same snack, I would say they carry different stories in that the Pocky, as they started expanding global much earlier than the Koreans did, it's become a more international snack. And the Pepero, on the other hand, they tried to stay internal and became the national symbol and tried to make that Pepero Day a big thing in Korea, and almost today became almost a tradition. If you get a chance, I really wish you can also try them and let me know which one's your pick. But overall, I also wish you can celebrate this holiday together and share this sweet candy or snack with someone you care or love. Well, thank you for watching today and happy Pepero Day!